Chapter 38. A Call for Freedom. Those glasses of emptiness could see into everything, so much so that every so often the truth would strike like lightning when reality became frightening. Once upon a time, I believed the truth was gentle, but that's because of how I wished it to be. Whereas with the glasses of emptiness, I could see freely into the real discovery, which revealed there are at least 28 sides to every story. The story, I tell you, is but one aspect of a multi-faced dice. This perspective I share is simply one view of a single side. If you were to ask the deceiver how he saw this, I'm sure he'd tell you he never had sex with that 13-year-old girl whom he requested to be blonde because it reminded him of his daughter, and that mustn't be why he's trying to hide the pedophile files from being uncovered. To him, pedophilia didn't apply to men who have wealth and power, and so maybe he believes that pedophiles with money are above the law and have the right to control the entire world as they seek the nectar of immortality. Maybe according to the deceiver, whatever he speaks is the absolute truth. No matter what lies he spreads, I'm sure he believes he's right about everything. And maybe that's why he thinks it's okay to spend time on the pedophile island and touch the youth. Now, if you asked Clancy or Stitches about our tale, why, we'd have to roll the dice, or we'd get an entirely different view. Stitches may blame the CIA, while Clancy could have thousands of magical sunglasses, each with a different shade of truth. To them, I may be a lost soul as I stumble to find the way, but to another, could a writer be clairvoyant who shines light upon the way? And what about the other light keepers aboard the Pegasus? Doesn't it make you curious what they may have to say? Now, what would happen if rather than accept or reject this story, we open our ears and listen to that which is heard? Beneath the plot, there is a call to freedom that beckons from deep within as we recall there is a way to remember, which is then passed along through words. Oh, stories are helpful as we pass them along to transfer the wisdom we find. But rather than accept or reject this tale as absolute truth, what if this is just one way to help us listen to that which is heard in between the lines, so that each of us find our own connection to the divine? Imagine how many countless viewpoints exist in the world. Truth is not limited to what one person sees, and so we have a choice. Either seek control and try to dominate every situation, or allow life to unfold just as it is, and that way we become free. So many of us want life to go according to our plans because we have experiences and understanding, but the real call to freedom is to simply let it be as it is. Only then can we begin to tap into pure wisdom. So what would the truth look like when there may be infinite sides to the nature of this reality? The truth is that there is space for all of us, and when we open to that, then we can become free and united. And if we zoom out, we see we're all on the living side of reality. Now, why would you trust me? You shouldn't, because there's a chance you could end up deceived. I know that I alone could not be right about everything, but still, I offer up what I found from a single viewpoint of how life could be perceived. This is just one side of a story. Take it or leave it as you journey in search of the truth. Whatever we decide is how we believe to see it, like magic sunglasses, because the truth is that reality allows each of us to have our own unique views. No matter how we see the world, there will always be that united truth which cannot be avoided. So here I ask a question. Will you answer your own call for freedom? Only the brave among us make the commitment to depart upon such a soulful voyage. Such a call to freedom means we make a commitment to a very unique choice. And if we decide to take this path, we find that in order to discover truth, it means our illusions will be destroyed. On one side we are deceived, on the other we are freed. On one hand we are divided, the other we live in peace and harmony. There are those who are deceived, claiming they are right about everything. But as for those who make the commitment to truth, we trust that only the Spirit is all-knowing. Whereas the demonic wishes for total control and ownership, the angelic surrenders to make life a great offering. The demonic wishes to force all things, but the angelic is here to serve for the benefit of all beings. And so the difference between us is a commitment to freedom. Oh, the glasses of emptiness! Can you see through the illusion which hides the truth behind the veil? And this veil is the ignorance by which the deceiver traps us. But in time, only the truth will prevail. And as I looked through the glasses of emptiness, I found a great moon rising in the distance. With my sight fixated upon this distant sphere, I listened closer when it whispered, "The choice is to remain in your heart, or to be overcome by the feelings of fear and hate." And you know what I realized along the way? The light from the universe doesn't give up on anyone or anything. It just gives its light away, said the moon. Oh, great moon, you look over from above, but we are trapped upon the earth as the deceiver tricks the world, knowing so little about love. Why would this happen? How could God allow this to be? What must we do to make a commitment so that we can answer the call to be freed? Remain in the heart. Do not take the side of ignorance or selfish interest. The truth reveals itself in time, and anyone who is chained to falsehood will dissolve and perish into darkness. People follow the deceiver into darkness, and yet our light allows this to be. There are many ways to find the truth, and so only light stretches on endlessly. And so the light shines on endlessly. May we have compassion for the darkness, whom has already become confused and deceived. Yet this darkness holds space for the light, which illuminates the power of love. The task isn't only to strive toward love, generosity, and compassion, but to uncover them as they already live within us, said the moon. But why must the darkness pull so many down? I asked the moon as it orbited above and beyond. But then why does the light lift so many up? If you are to consider the depth of one side, we should be open to the other. You know, I see how we all have a bright future, even though there is darkness pulling so many under. So I don't worry. The truth is that both life and death aren't some sort of mistake or blunder. Believe it or not, everything that's happening is a process needed to bring us into fullness. This entire path is a transformation into greatness. Now, such illumination requires fire, and so we shouldn't be afraid of the heat. Let it burn away what is no longer needed, for this process is a call to freedom. In a world of darkness, it is our light which is a saving grace. In a world of lies, the truth is an open gate. Allow the deceiver to distract whomever may need to be misled. Often it is a lie which reveals the truth, and so the light will lead the pathway ahead. As my moon looks down upon the world of lies, I am aware that only the truth will save us. Do not fear the darkness, for it cannot deceive the inherent truth within us. Once upon a time, that deceiver told the world that I was a dumb stone, never realizing that the moon is a mystical gem. If the world is dark, then look closer. You dispel the darkness from the illumination of pure light, which lives within. Let the deceiver create division. Let him lie and lead the ignorant into separation. But all it will do is hold space so that the light among us can reveal our true greatness. That darkness is Rahu, that deceiver whose influence is strong upon us all. But this is just a shadow our light must cast. This shadowy nature will always exist because of our goodness, and that's why we are here to illuminate it, said the moon. Then what is the reason for all of it? As a soul realizes that within our spirit lives a great gem, and that this gem is made of a diamond-like quality, we must make a commitment, a choice, which is a call to freedom, found through the union of our spirit and body. This happens through Mercury, the link of the mind. And so we connect into the love that unites us. And this is a great connection home into the divine. As the human creature is the incarnated principle of mind, the animal aspect is tied into its emotion. We can use these resources to make a choice, which leads us to a higher call for freedom. Stand with one foot in the heavens and the other upon the earth. Higher light is lifted into the celestial spheres, but the lower humans chain themselves to matter, which is solid with the dark quality of the earth. Now it is up to you as an individual to make your choice, said the moon. So I've heard, something like angels and demons. Is that how you see it? I see how the world exists to set us free, and the real choice is to reveal our gem-like nature, and the real choice is to reveal our spiritual gem quality, which is to harmonize the spirit within our body. The result polishes the philosopher's stone, that pure gem of truth which is in the heart of everyone. And any hard knocks of life, chip away at it and polish it until it reflects light from a million different angles. You're not wrong. So if you call it a word, we are uncovering angels. But really, what we are doing is spreading the brilliance of our luminous spiritual fire to form our deepest potential, said the moon. Is that how your divine quality was uncovered? Long ago, I was nothing before I'd been given a purpose. And so I arrived as a result of the churning from the cosmic ocean. Many treasures arose from this process, and it occurred much like the way one polishes a gem. What you call angels and demons came together and churned the cosmic ocean which surrounded the Earth planet. Once the great snake of time was wrapped around the shell of Earth, then pressure was applied as the demons and angels pulled together on opposing sides. My moon was birthed as a result of this creative process, hence my proximity to your planet, as I was assigned as a divine guide. Surely the darkness is unaware, as their ignorance calls me an orbiting rock, but I am living like everything, even if someone like the deceiver is not conscious of it, said the moon. So what happened when the angels and demons squeezed the snake called time? You say it put a pressure upon the earth, but yet you hint how this process reveals all that is divine. Great treasures were revealed through this, and so among them came the wisdom from my moon, a wish-fulfilling tree, a divine cow, and celestial nymphs emerged through this great transformation process. Now in the churning of the cosmic ocean, as this great pressure squeezed around the earth, so came a certain poison, as well as a divine nectar. As the poison emerged, it was so strong that it could have destroyed the goodness of the immortal elixir. "O Surya, don't you remember? The great sun was there, yet it was the blue being who came down to drink the poison to save the pure nectar. Who else could drink such poison and not die from it? While we watched this, we saw the transformation from that which was toxic, and that is how I understand and respect the darkness. Just like the light within us, so it gives birth to its opposite. And as the blue being held the poison in his throat, he exposed the miraculous when he survived it. Yet in this process, he turned blue because of it. What the poison revealed was the secret to greatness. And so opposite of our potential is what we call ignorance. During the great churning, there were 92 demons and 88 angels. Yet it required both sides to come together because all had lost their powers. Both the angels and demons wanted the same thing, the divine nectar. And so this churning process went on for many ages," said the moon. "Why didn't the blue being die from drinking the poison?" The story is often regarded as an allegory, illustrating the superior qualities embodied by the angelic. Demons are driven by worldly desires, such as lust, greed, and ego. And yet we find a great divine being who is open to all of it. We see how greatness even accepts something deemed as poisonous, and so such a commitment to truth can illuminate the light through us. You see, if the blue being only wanted the goodness, if he refused to embrace such darkness, he would have never been given the power to rise above ignorance. It seems that only when we are tested can we become wise. That is why we must allow for the deceiver to do what he must, for truth will be revealed in spite of his lies. Now, of course, what the demons do upon the earth is maddening, and even those pedophiles are still in search of domination. While angelic beings are concerned with truth-seeking and spiritual wisdom through deeper understanding, this difference in opinion is the main thing that distinguishes the angels from demons. The conflicting values of the angels and demons then becomes even more explicit. And from the story of the oceanic churning, as the angels and demons represent pure goodness versus that of passionate activity, through this entire process, after the poison is swallowed, arises the divine nectar of immortality. This divine nectar is a type of metaphor for wisdom and union with the ultimate. Both the angels and demons work together to churn this. In essence, this is a symbolic dance between the light and darkness. But the message becomes clear when only the angels can drink the elixir. And this leads to the end of the story, when a demon pretends to be an angel to steal the last drip of the elixir. The one who stole the last drop is the one we know as the deceiver, a wicked, shadowy force, and a liar who will do anything for more as he slides into power by creating illusions through confusion. The sun saw all of this, and together, as we looked over, we watched it happen. And so the moon and sun came together to tell the great blue being about this madness. When we exposed the deceiver, who pretended to be an angel, the blue being descended to the earth, and because he had transformed through the process, the blue being revealed a divine discus and slashed the deceiver into 2 pieces. The deceiver's upper half is called Rahu, and his lower half is named Ketu. But since he drank the immortal elixir, his existence continues on too. And so it is I, the moon, who points my north and south node to track all that Rahu and Ketu will do. If you watch my north node, I will reveal to you in each moment the path of Rahu. and so my south node tracks his lower half as I follow the exact movement of Ketu. Rahu is obsessed with worldly desire, ambition, domination, and expansion, while Ketu is related to each life's beginning origin. No matter the lies the deceiver spreads, it's all a force represented by illusion, confusion, and the desire for more material things, while those who follow him are led deeper into attachment and suffering, if not balanced. Together, Rahu and Ketu are depicted as the head and tail of the demon who tried to steal the immortal elixir. Use this so that your soul may grow. Be aware of how Rahu and Ketu may create many challenges and traps along the path to freedom. But if we are interested in spiritual growth, then we recognize these forces do play a crucial role. We can use each force to teach us so that we can balance the worldly and the spiritual. Only then can we become freed and reach our full potential. Even though the process feels like a wild struggle, we can find peace within the tension. Just as light illuminates the darkness, so truth exposes ignorance. Make your commitment, for you have a choice to become freed. Just as the divine nectar is released, we must choose to reveal our hidden jewel-like quality, said the moon. But is this all from the past? Then this already has happened. What are we supposed to do now that the deceiver seems to have rejoined Rahu and Ketu together in one man? As such a process pushes us closer to cultivating the nectar of immortality, so too the poison of ignorance spreads. The rise of the deceiver is in direct proportion to our illumination being released throughout the earthly land. Do not forget, this rough part relates to a process like polishing spiritual gems. The deceiver is dividing that which is false to separate it from that which is true. And so he is pushing the two sides into division, and even though it appears troubling, he is separating the angels from the demons. In one way, it's becoming clear, even though it looks so dark. But look again. Now it is quite easy to see the light within any angel's heart, said the moon. So what will happen to us? Oh, have I forgotten to tell you the end of our story? About the woman who comes to save us. And long ago, she was called Mohini. Yet in this age, we know her name differently. Who is that great ocean who will come forth and save humanity? Said the great moon. Off went the moon, and I never quite knew where it was going. The moon began to fade away as I got one last word in. What do we do? As the moon, you find me reflecting the light through this dark night. And soon it will be time. Go visit the great sun, and then you will know what is truly bright, said the moon. As that moon gem traveled and orbited around the Earth horizon, I knew that soon the sun's flames would rise in the distance. Oh, that breath of the sun's rays seemed to hold the energy of Earth's own illumination. Yet down here, it appeared as all the chaos built up and rippled out through the nations. Leaders appeared lost as they searched to blame anyone but themselves, and so whomever spoke ill of the deceiver, those people were tossed away, betrayed, fired, or ridiculed in the process. As the deceiver informed the nations about their latest enemy, I saw through the glasses of emptiness as to how it unfolded when the deceiver spoke of a wicked dragon. The deceiver spread a lie when he said that the dragon obeyed a single human, and so he created a plan to kill the messenger. But why kill the messenger? Oh, it was pure madness, yet something within seemed to illuminate a choice as we found the depth of our commitment. That deceiver and his legion confused the nations, but there were those among us who could see through the illusion. And so we knew that this insanity was only his way to control the population. Yet it was those who were thrown off by the overwhelming situation who chained themselves to the deceiver, which kept them trapped in suffering. Through the glasses of emptiness, I could see that more and more of the world willingly attached themselves to the deceiver. Then through his lies, the people began to believe that he was their connection to salvation, and they mistook him as the prophet of God, as they chained their very souls and bodies to a wicked demon. Now the deceiver was so powerful that many refused to accept him as wicked. And just when someone would get close to exposing the list that he wanted to keep hidden, he'd start another lie. And this time, he went on to blame it all on the CIA, 9/11, or the Democrats. And when the lies didn't work, he'd create an even bigger distraction. That's when his big idea arose. He promised the people an ultimate fighting match, which included the Mixed Masculine Association. It would be a mixed martial arts battle to entertain the super selfish, and again, they'd churn out tremendous profits. But through the wisdom of the moon, I knew how the creation of poison and lies was only being accelerated. Oh, the moon told me that we should allow them to have their fun. Let them blame it on anyone but them, and let them tell lies, because in time, only the angels will get to heaven. Why, even now, they use artificial intelligence, what they call an all-seeing eye, to track everything we do. Oh, but Rahu, we know something about you. Look up to that moon. There it is, looking after us, and it knows what you do. That moon is connected into the real truth. Oh, Rahu, you create the confusion we call the illusion, but it is we who realize that it's rare for existence to flourish, and demons have revealed that they have no intention to take better care of our planet. I sure wouldn't want to be chained to a deceiver under all this pressure, because what happens when the lies are exposed? Oh, it would be a giant break, and it would be difficult when the truth behind his lies is known. Oh, how they all wore the mark of the beast on their hats, and the greatest irony is that the followers of the deceiver were recruited and deceived by a man who claimed to expose the pedophile list. They all voted for him in hopes to expose the pedophile ring they believed to be full of demons, not realizing their leader is the demon manipulating the whole situation. Oh, they were hoping to kill a dragon, and why do they love such aggression and violence? Do they not realize that the dragon is symbolic, that what they are trying to kill is an expression of their own ignorance? Now, since I found the glasses of emptiness, the perception of reality changed in a way which words could not quite explain. And so all anger toward the world vanished, even though it appeared that our world had gone insane. To say that our world grew chaotic was an understatement. Life upon the earth grew complex and confusing, and so I wondered if Earth was the meeting place between distant dimensions. As the world spun among other planets and stars, the deceiver spun many lies to mislead his followers. Yet anyone who wore the glasses of emptiness could see clearly how the deceiver was the master of illusions as he set out for control to gain more power. Oh, these mystical glasses of emptiness revealed how much he would do to conquer the world. In that moment, the fullness of every breath was connected into the past and out to the future. Here I noticed we were not led by a deceiver, but rather we were supported by our ancestors. Yet as we were the living ones, we were the only beings with a body to move our society forward. Meanwhile, the forces of the deceiver spread beyond one man, and so he used phones, websites, and all sorts of advertisements with misinformation to distract us. The deceiver was a focal point, but his shadowy influence reached far beyond one man. This wicked force was obsessed with ambition, yet in spite of all of this, it was all coming to fruition. The deceiver moved quickly, and so he jailed immigrants in encampments. Then among his dirty tactics, he began to funnel the population's wealth into his own investments through crypto accounts, knowing very well it would lead his followers into a terrible crisis. Only with the glasses of emptiness could you see it, and in time the markets would collapse. The housing markets would crash, and the dollar would lose so much of its value, while the wealthy hoarded all the crypto cash. It was so sad, because how could anyone stop it? It was inevitable that he would do anything to support his own ambition, and so his work went to support the crash of the worldly markets. Everywhere the eyes looked, the emptiness showed the unfolding reality. But during this stroll through the city streets, I paused when I wondered about Shruti. Now where was she? I swear she was just with me. The mind wandered back to the deceiver's dirty tactics. But what should one person do who is ever aware of an upcoming crisis? There was nothing to do except welcome it, for something within knew we mustn't resist death. Life leads to death, and death to rebirth. A great change was upon us, even though that deceiver was out to take the earth for all it was worth. Even with the onset of a great collapse, it seemed there was a good reason for all this darkness. In time, the deceiver would deceive even himself, because all these lies would lead the world back to the light within us. And so I began to open to all of it, to allow the deceiver to be just who he is. Even though long ago he'd been split in two, through the glasses of emptiness, Rahu and Ketu had come back together in one form to embody where a man had come to live. It would fall apart so that our world could come back together. The lies were so cruel, but in time it would remind us to never again follow such a wicked deceiver. Oh, I wanted to give everyone a pair of the glasses of emptiness. But what was I to do? Even if I convinced the world to see through these mystical lenses, I don't think the world was ready for the truth. The deceiver had taken control, and now he began to manipulate the news. Any report he didn't like, he would alter and change. And when people disagreed with him, he'd mock their lack of faith. The deceiver went on to explain that he was sent by God, and so this was projected out from his false prophet. His corrupt crew grew as they would stand beside him on news stations as they prayed over the deceiver, when moments later they'd team up to find new ways to profit. That's when the great deception came, and so they found an invisible force to blame. They created a conspiracy around a great and terrible dragon. The deceiver said he alone could slay it, but no one seemed to understand that the great dragon was out to eradicate wickedness. The deceiver created yet another scheme, and so he said he was going to destroy all the evil. But what he didn't realize is that he just set a plan in motion to destroy himself.